Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Glenn Tan speaking. This time, I'm going to talk about Gree Multi VRF, short for GMV, the introduction for North American market. This sharing is the general introduction. If you are interested in the specified product like controllers, please visit my corresponding videos for more detail. This sharing divides into these 6 parts. Fifth part, user advantage. Low noise control technology. The idea is in cooling mode during the daytime, which is this period, as the outdoor ambient is high, the system will ensure it will output 100% to ensure the comfort. Meanwhile, it will also record when the outdoor ambient reach the highest. And then during the night time, as the outdoor ambient is not that high, the system can lower the compressor output, which is to lower the outdoor unit noise. And of course, this sacrifices the cooling capacity, but during that time, it is okay because the outdoor ambient is not that high. And the other day will be another cycle. So with this preset value, you can choose the best case just for your situation. Let's say you choose this level 2, and during the daytime, also let's say it will reach the highest outdoor ambient at around 2 p.m. Then after 6 hours, which is this X, then it will enter the silent mode period, operate for 12 hours. This is Y, then which means during this 12 hours it will be made in this silent mode, and then it will be the other day 8 o'clock a.m. and then it will be another cycle for the other day. If you find the outdoor unit is still noisy, you can choose level 10 to level 12 to force lower the compressor output, and this is also called compulsory low noise mode. With this one, we can lower the compressor output to lower the noise to be as low as 45 decibel A. And I'd like to emphasize that this is the outdoor unit noise, not the indoor unit. Continuously heating function code 1C. This is a special function for modularized heat recovery system. That means during the defrost for this modularized heat recovery system, if this condition is satisfied, then the outdoor unit will take turns to do the defrost. And the benefit is the indoor unit will not stop. We can continuously offer the heating. And here is the comparison between this new and the conventional methods, which is for this conventional, during the defrost, the indoor unit stop, also leads to the room temperature to drop much. But for the new method, you can find that the indoor room temperature just drop a little bit. For this, we can further improve the heating comfort. Vacation function. That means if you are not at home for a long time, and at that time it is very cold, then you can apply this function to maintain your room at about 46 degrees to avoid frozen. Dual room temperature sensor. That is, we offer you the option to select which as the room temperature. You have two options. First is at the indoor air return. The other is at the wider controller. You can select the best option for your case. I feel function. That is to sense the indoor room temperature sensor from the wireless remote controller, this one, which is close to the end user, instead from the indoor unit sensor, which is from here. And it will just update the data every 10 minutes. Filter reminder clean. That is, according to your setting, after the preset time, it will display this icon to remind you to clean the filter. Auto clean. It is a new function. The purpose of this one is just to clean and sterilize the indoor heat exchanger. How to achieve it is, first we will make it to be condensing, which is to absorb the moisture in the room for condensing water. And then we make this water to become ice, which is frost. And then to defrost, which is to clean the indoor heat exchanger. Then we need to heating up, which is to dry the water. And the last is to heating up to 58 degrees to eliminate the virus and the bacteria. Here I'd like to play an CM just for your reference. It is in China. First, we will find that it is dirty in the indoor heat exchanger. And when you turn on this function, first we will make it to be condensed, which is to make the water on the fins. Then frost. Then defrost to clean the fins. Then to make it to heating up to dry the fin, and heating up to 56 degrees to sterilize. The whole process will cost about 25. G-Cloud, also called Wi-Fi function. That is, you can control the VRF system from your smartphone. To control this system just from a Wi-Fi module. That you need to connect to this CN11 of the indoor unit PCB. Then put this G-Cloud in the wireless router. We currently only support 2.4 gig, and then you can control this VRF system from your local Wi-Fi. When you are not at home, you can also connect and control from the internet. This slide displays the hardware for the G-Cloud. We have two generations. This first one already phased out. Just focus on this second generation. You need to put this to connect to the indoor unit PCB on CN11. Actually, there's no need for the power supply because it already powered by the indoor unit PCB. For one system, we make support to control 80 indoor units. And according to different certificate, which is the Wi-Fi channel, we have this C3 and C7. And here is the control interface. You can just scan this QR code to download this Gree Plus app for control. Energy saving mode. That means the system will checking the operating current to lower the system output, which is to save the power. And we offer you two levels, level 1 and level 2. Level 1 can save up to 15%, and level 2 20% off. And how to activate is you can set it from the outdoor unit PCB to select function code N4, or from the wire controller of any indoor unit, or from the remote monitoring software on the PC. Alternative operation. First is the part load condition for GMV5 and GMV6, which is during the part load condition, every 8 hours, the outdoor unit will just shift, which is to change to turn on. This is to balance the operating time. For GMV6, we have this HPAC, or high performance alternate control. That is just compared with the regular control, which is to shift every 8 hours. The shift time is not fixed. It can dynamic adjust according to the system load. On the other hand, you can find that it always choose the high performance outdoor unit to higher or to ensure the system performance. The purpose is from this diagram, you can find that the green color is the outdoor unit capacity output. It is according to the indoor unit. And this orange line is the efficiency. And when the outdoor unit capacity is lower, also means the part load condition, then this efficiency also will go higher. However, during this area, the outdoor unit capacity, even it is lower for the HPAC off, and this efficiency will not become higher, will follow this blue line. The reason it is the compressor is not at its best working zone. So to ensure this one, we need to set up this HVAC. Then after you turn it on, we can higher this efficiency. Not only for the whole outdoor unit, but for the outdoor unit with two compressors, we can also balance the operating time just between these two compressors. This is only for GMV 6.
Emergency operation. For this one, we have the emergency operation for the whole outdoor unit, which means if there's something wrong with this one, you still need some time to prepare the material to do the repair, and then we allow you with this system, this tool still operate, and then you can apply on this one to shield this off. And also the time limit for this one is 48 hours. And for the compressor, also allowed to shield it off only for the outdoor unit with two compressors inside. The time limit for this is 24 hours. Also, we have this for the fans. The time limit is 120 hours. And when you expire the time limit, the system will display AD. That means your time is expired. And we just not recommend to reset the power to get another time limit. This is for GMV 5, also for GMV 4, for GMV 6. For GMV 6, there's also additional components emergency, which is we can shield the components. And for example, if the compressor discharge temperature sensor is malfunction, and just due to this one, the system cannot operate. It just makes a little bit insane, right? So we just allow you to apply this mode or the emergency to shield it off, and the system can still operate. And on the other hand, and not only for the components, but also for the overcurrent protection and startup failure protection. That means if the system detected, for example, during 1 hour, there are 3 startup failure protection, then the system will lock down. When you apply this components emergency mode, it will increase the failure times to about 4 or 5 times, then it will completely lock down. And for this mode, the time limit is 168 hours.
We also allow to control or to monitor the VRF system from the PC. For this one, you just need a gateway to acting as an adapter to handle the signal. This slide is the requirement for the third party, which means the software is not from our Gree. You can choose backnet or Modbus. What you can do is you can collect the operating data and also to monitor, to check or to control the VRF system. Also, you can set up your control logic to trigger the alarm or to check the status. And here is the how to connect the VRF system. Basically, from the VRF, the outdoor unit, then you can combine them together to the gateway. Then from the gateway through the converter or the router, then connect to the PC or the BNS system. And for the gateway, and this is the regular one, we have 2 generations. The first already become phased out, just focus on the second generation. One of this one, we can support up to 16 systems and 255 indoor units. And one PC can connect up to 16 this kind of the gateway. And here is the model. You can find that there is a B and N here. B means backnet, M means Modbus. That means we just put backnet and Modbus together inside this gateway. So you can just select the best solution or your option just from here is okay. For a smaller project, you can select this Modbus Mini, but this one is only for Modbus. And the supported indoor unit just half compared with the regular. If you choose the BNS software from Gree, here is an option, which is also this gateway to connect with the VRF system. Then you can combine them together from a router, then connect to the PC. And here is what you can do is also the same. And for the gateway, also we have two generations. First already become phased out. The second is this one. Actually, the protocol is BATnet. However, we will not open this one. And also, one computer support max 16 gateways, and one gateway support 16 systems of the VRF, which is 255 indoor units. And here is a software model, the interface, just like this. It is from the website.
Intelligent building system. That means if some companies or some persons just share the GMV system, it is okay because all the indoor unit they are separated. But when they need to pay the bill, is the system is together. It's not that easy to separate the bill, right? And for our system is when you apply this building system, is very easy because we already recall how the indoor unit operate, including the setting fan speed, setting temperature, and also how long it operates. That means we already know how much capacity it consumes from this indoor unit. And what we don't know is the power information. And then what you need to do is just offer the power information to the computer. It's okay. Then we can provide you the detailed bills and also how long the system operate and how long this indoor unit operate. Here is the material you should prepare. GMV system is of course. Then the power building gateway, which is this one, the latest one, and it should equip with this UPS. The purpose of this one is just to record the data on the gateway when the system, GMV system is operating, because all the data only stored here. And if it cannot store any data, then it cannot do the later calculation, right? And next is this power meter, and then the software which you install at the PC. Also, the detail you can also go to the power building system video for detail.
That's all for this sharing. If you still have any other question, just feel free to contact me on my personal email address. Hasta la próxima. それではまた次回。